Yo, yo, what is going on, guys? Matty here from Mattyverse, product by DCL blogger, daily live streams on everything tech. We're talking NFTs, we're talking metaverse, we're talking a little bit of crypto, we talk about AI, expanding my coverage of this industry. NFTs was something I was super interested in for the last 4 to 5 years. Still am incredibly interested in it, but I can't help but notice innovation is everywhere, right? So I seem to find myself spending a lot of time trying to figure out what's going on with AI, metaverse as a large sort of NFT being part of that. And I just find it fun to share with you guys. So again, day number 17, I believe. Third week, second day, Tuesday here in Melbourne, almost at the midweek. And good to see you guys all joining the stream once again. We got the regulars, Suking saying, yo, 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 what's going on? RJB, good evening. David H says he thinks he was first. Could be. I don't know. I'm getting good at it. Well, notifications on, baby. Good morning, everyone. What's up, David? Maddie, I'm looking forward to this every day. Thank you, Free the Fib. It's awesome. So am I, right? And I keep seeing you guys, the regular faces, jump in here. I have to do some sort of a NFT POAP or something, some collectible. Maybe I'll make some art and give it to you guys or something. Like, I do appreciate the regular faces coming in every single time. It's just awesome, right? Joff, good morning all. 0x Kryptonians, sup everyone. XP Art, hey, hey, hey. NFT Addiction Helpline, what is going on, guys? Turkey, bit of a new face. When Mattyverse land plots, or we living rent free in your head? Currently rent free. Mattyverse land plots, could be a thing. Fraser, what is going on? Satori Labs, what's going on? Sup DCL, what is up, guys? All right, awesome, good to see you all here. MNY Low, yo, Sergey, hello Maddie, love this community, awesome, love the energy, guys. It's so cool to wake up in the morning and at 8 a.m. have a rush of friendly, I don't know, banter and chat with you guys. It's a lot of fun. Cool. I'm trying to think of how to continue to grow the viewership. Now we're 3 weeks in. If you guys have noticed, I've been putting minimal effort in the thumbnail design and the description and everything else. They're all the same damn thumbnail. And now it's the time to fine tune, right? So my sort of approach to things is not to overthink it. It's just my style, okay? I don't I overthink a lot, so I try not to overthink it and just go and just press the send button and go live, start the momentum and fine tune along the way. So now I'm thinking, how do I incentivize, or not so much incentivize, but you know, we need to mix a bit of NFT stuff here. I'm going to start doing some giveaways, but giveaways, they're not old, but they're, you know, everyone does giveaways. What's something interesting and new I can do? Maybe I can commission some art and give it away for those that are here regularly and hit certain milestones. Maybe they're here for the next 30 days every single day, and I give them, like, you know, the top tier art piece, and then there's like the second tier art piece that everyone gets for every day they come, or something like that. I don't know, and maybe collect them all to make like a larger art piece or something. I'm trying to think of interesting ways to do this, so I might come up with a strategy, but always appreciative of everyone here, right? Guys, today we're going to cover a bunch of stuff, and without rambling on too much, let's sort of get right into it. If you guys are new to Mattyverse, basically how it works is every morning about 20 to 30 minutes of news coverage across the whole tech space, right? I pull up 5 or 6 articles, we go through those 5 or 6 articles, and then after that we talk back and forth a little bit. Maybe I can pull up some content from what you guys are recommending, but we go for about 35 minutes, and last 5-10 minutes is with you guys. Let's pretty much get into it, guys. I do want to cover some stuff today. All right. Han Cow, what we would love is to see more gaming infrastructure deals. So this is an article that was made by someone called Han Cow. I hope I'm saying that name right. And he seems to be an investor, seems to be a founder of Sancta Capital. So I guess he's either a fund manager or a general partner of a fund, or I guess he's the founder of the fund. And I did say I'm going to make a thread on how funds work. how venture funds work, but basically, the general gist is either you run a fund that represents you and maybe a small amount of people. Basically, everyone pulls money into that fund, and you go and deploy that capital. You invest it across a sector that you know very well, and then the profits, you share a little bit of the profits, but 80% of the profits, everyone that invested, they get that, and 20% of the profits, you get it as a fund manager. So it's a great opportunity for you because you've put in barely any money. Maybe you're managing a fund of $10 million. That $10 million turns into $100 million in the fund through your investing. That $90 million, you make a 20% cut on. So you'll make $18 million on just managing that fund and investing that money across and making that profit. That's a little bit about how funds work. So here's an article here by someone from Sancta Capital talking about gaming infrastructure. And I thought it'd be interesting to go through some of this just to show you guys how investors think, right? If you guys don't know, I also have a fund called B3V. If you guys are building something cool, feel free to Twitter DM me. I'll try my best to get back to you. Sometimes I'm really bad with my DM. Sometimes I'll try my best to get back to you as quick as I can. So this is an article by NFT Gators. One thing I wanted to show before I get into this, guys, is this little quick hack that I do. I'm not sure who else does it. I'm not the most organized person, so every time I find a quicker way to do something, I'm like, oh, awesome. And then who knows, maybe people have already found a quick way to do things in this way. But basically, if you notice up here, I've got a bunch of bookmarks. Now I have bookmarked folders where every morning, all I do, right click this bad boy. No, I left click this bad boy. No, I don't. I right click this bad boy, and then I go open all 19. And then it opens 19 tabs that I've bookmarked that gives me NFT news. I spend about 20 minutes going through what I think are some of the top bookmarks. I'm going to keep adding to this, basically news sites and anything that curates information about what the heck's going on in the NFT industry. I'll pull it up here and add it to the bookmark, and then just basically it's my newspaper in the morning, right? So things like Hacker Noon, maybe someone's put in a new article on a certain NFT topic. There's things on Mattyverse, on Hacker Noon. Oh, this is also NFT. This should be something else. I should make this something else. But then there's one called AI, artificial intelligence, articles on that. Then there's the subreddits on Reddit, where people continuously update or have a chat on certain topics. So we got AI here, I got virtual reality, got the cryptocurrency news and discussion, augmented reality, then I got business news, and I have my top articles that show, because I've got Twitter Blue, it shows me the top articles that are trending that people in my circles are talking about. Then we have the news, so basically this auto searches Mattyverse in the news subcategory, and I go through all these, and these is NFT news, and this is artificial intelligence news, and a couple of Twitter lists. So you can see some Twitter lists and some stuff that these guys are sharing. A bunch of stuff, right? By the end of this, there should be some decent talking points, some learning points, some things I can turn into Twitter content, some TikTok content, whatever it may be. And I just keep adding to this. NFT Gators is one such a website that I've added to, and every now and then there's some really interesting articles here that I can just pull up and talk about. Just a quick hack over here. So yeah, you know, a quick way to do things in the mornings, because NFT, like news curation, I think is one of the most important things in this space. You can miss a drop or miss an event or miss a claim just based on you not hearing that information. So doing a morning check and not spending too much time down rabbit holes, I think is key, because what you find is suddenly you're spending, you know, an hour researching something that turns into nothing, but you've spent an hour doing it, so you wasted that hour. So again, for those that have joined, there's about 26 people here. Basically, I right click this, I click on open all, and I go through all of my bookmarks that I've put into this folder that is my news in the morning. So I'm going to keep adding to this. If you guys have any other news articles and news websites, let me know. So do I have Google Alerts set up? No, I do not. That's a good point. I am going to get Google Alerts set up. This is my super sophisticated note-taking application called Notepad. All right, let's get into it. Let me close this. All right, so again, we're going to be talking about what Han Kao has shared about his thoughts on gaming infrastructure deals. So basically, this Q&A seemed to have happened basically post FTX collapse. And the question is, has the FTX collapse changed how you invest, your company deploys capital? You can read all this stuff, but what I found quite interesting is this. So why is Sancta's first fund focusing on GameFi, DeFi, and cross-chain infrastructure specifically? A synopsis on this fund, I think they raised about $20 million to invest across the space. Seems that Han has been an investor since 2017. So here we go, right? So when looking at the entire space, infrastructure, DeFi, NFTs, gaming, for example, we considered which subsector could see the highest usage and adoption of blockchain technologies. And the factors we considered for each industry can largely be reduced down to two main factors. Number one, how much positive impact could blockchain and decentralization bring to that particular industry? In other words, how big is the problem? And two, how big is that industry as a whole traditionally? So to summarize that, number one, they looked at, how disruptive is blockchain technology to this niche, this tech? If you're looking at that sector, okay, can blockchain technology disrupt this part of the process or that part of the process? If it revitalizes this, how much more money can that make a business? How much more satisfaction can that bring users? How much more adoption can that bring to that industry? And the second point seems to be, how large is the industry as a whole traditionally? So how scalable is that tech? If you're just serving, say, the VR industry, you would know that the VR industry is relatively small compared to the gaming sector. So if you're just serving then, so you're at the mercy of that pool of people, right? Maybe 50 million people. But gaming, it's like 3 billion bloody gamers out there. Every kid's a gamer right now. So that part of the problem is hyper scalable. If you implement blockchain in the gaming industry, that takes off, and suddenly Ubisoft's your customer, Square Enix is your customer, and everyone's your customer. That's a big business opportunity, a big ROI opportunity. That's why infrastructure projects do so well, because the Polygons, the Ethereums, the Microsoft, the Google is used by everyone. It's used by everyone, every business, and so it's hyper scalable. Its valuation is massive, right? Anyway, so that's two factors they seem to cover. As a generous estimate, there are maybe a few 100 million owners, users of crypto today. A few 100 million. I mean, even that's being super generous. However, there are over 3 billion gamers in the world, and within the traditional gaming industry, issues surrounding ownership, player agency, governance, incentive alignment, and game platform persistence all exemplify huge problems that blockchain technology could solve to some degree. So our thesis lies in that games are at the application level and still likely drive the greatest usage of blockchain technology and create value for the entire stack of technologies beneath the application layer. So basically, gaming is going to be a big deal. What's the current deal flow of Sancta Capital? So basically, how do they get deal flow since FTX has collapsed? Well, nothing's really changed for us. I can't read this morning, except that there seems to be many more teams needing capital. And there are lots of investment opportunities out there right now. Look at how funds see the space, right? Funds see this space. Oh, FTX collapsed. Okay, there's been a major earthquake in the industry. What's the opportunity, right? Every time, guys, every single time there is a major shake-up, shift, crash, whatever you'd like to call it, in any industry, there is opportunity. When the house market fell in 2008 and everyone got pretty wrecked, there was opportunity to buy for those that had capital in safe and secure places, that had liquidity, right? There was opportunity to start businesses and services to facilitate some needs that people and businesses had at that time, whether it was brokerage or whether it was insolvency, whatever, maybe it was illegal. Maybe the legal industry just blew up because they had to get involved in all of these cases, right? So wherever there is major collapse, booms, whatever you may call it, shake-ups, there is opportunity. These guys saying that because of the FTX collapse, there seems to be now major opportunity to invest in some of these, because some of these businesses now need money. So you guys may have seen FTX going around asking for money, right? Asking CZ for Binance for money, asking for so-and-so to just fix the platform and get it up and running. I think for the first 2 days when NFT, when that was in the air, everyone was like, oh, so-and-so company is going to buy it out, etc. Well, this is how it works. Basically, companies that are in trouble, that don't have treasuries, that don't have, are sort of on the brink of bankruptcy, what they ask for is assistance, capital injection, deployment of funds from investors, from other larger businesses, from their competitors. They say, hey guys, look, we're screwed up. We're not doing too well. Do you want to give us some money? Now, they don't just give, the other companies don't give them money for free. They give them money in exchange for equity. So now part of that business gets owned by Binance. Binance is like, yeah, cool, I can bail you guys out and give you a couple of $1 billion, but I want to invest in your company. So I'll give you that couple of $1 billion if now we own 25% of FTX, or we own 60% of FTX. And because they're in desperation, it's a bloody good deal opportunity for Binance, right? Anyway, I guess what these guys are saying is that there's some businesses out there that need capital now because their capital has been found. So they're coming to them. There's the opportunity. There's more deal flow where people are like, hey, look, we need money. And so there's more opportunity out there for investments. So there are a lot of games looking to raise. There are lots of discovery platforms and other deals. And our deal team is carefully evaluating everything that comes up, blah, blah, blah. Have the recent events changed the way Sanctic Capital deploys going forward? This isn't my first experience of a major centralized exchange blowing up. The first big one was Mt. Gox, and this certainly won't be the last, so it doesn't really change much for Sancta on a fundamental level. In fact, it actually helps strengthen some core fundamental beliefs. First, harsh reminder, not your keys, not your coins, etc., etc., etc. I'm not going to read the whole article, but the gist of the article is that when you guys see certain industries or certain projects, businesses collapsing that are the core of the industries, basically those that have stability are the ones that are still going to drive the engine, right? Say Binance collapses, God forbid, it's a pretty big one, right? Maybe a larger business that is external to Web3 might buy it and continue it running. Maybe those that are in crypto are all affected by whatever happened to Binance. Suddenly those that are more stable, in a more stable industry will come in to take note and get involved. But just keep your eye out. Don't freak out too much when things start to collapse. Just look at how things move, and also evaluate yourself. Are you stable enough if certain events happen that could, screw up USDT, for example, or screw up the NFT industry? Are you protected enough? Okay, let's keep moving on. Whale Alert, which is a cool little bot here. It picks up major token transfers. It picked up that 127,000 BTC has been moved from Binance to an unknown wallet. That's $2 billion has been moved from Binance to an unknown wallet. No one really knows why. Easy coming out and saying this is part of the proof of reserve audit. The auditor requires us to send a specific amount to ourselves to show we control the wallet, and the rest goes to a change address, which is a new address. In this case, the input TX is big, and so is the change. Ignore FUD. So basically, CZ coming out and making people feel like, yo, it's okay, it's relaxed, it's not a hack, it's not anything crazy, this is just something for an audit. That must be the small amount that goes to the change address. Oh no, that goes to themselves, and one goes to the change address. So this is going to Binance, this is going to the change address. The fees they must have spent on $2 billion probably was like $10, right? Good old crypto transfers. Dima has come out and said that is proof of assets, which could also be done by signing text statements without the reviewed wallet. The crucial is to perform test of liabilities. This means test of details over liabilities breakdown. We told auditors the same, but not all wallet infrastructure supports signing. Okay, cool. All right, CZ. Things seem safe with you. All right. If you go down, everyone in retail is pretty screwed. So don't go down. A couple of other things, guys. So we're going to keep moving. Now, Stability AI released a version 2. I briefly went across this a couple of weeks ago. Oh no, last week, end of last week. I wanted to go through it very briefly again. Stability AI seems to be the sort of core infrastructure that other developers can use to develop, text input to visual output functions. And they've updated that to a V2. So it seems like you can do a couple of really cool things. For example, you can update your resolution. So for example, say this one is at 128 by 128 generated image. You can use AI to fill this or recreate this to a 512 by 512. How interesting is that? So that opens up opportunities for maybe people that have old photos, maybe old videos that they want to recreate in higher quality. Maybe AI can do that. Maybe there could be a business opportunity to go into families and saying, hey guys, I can redo these photos that you may have into better quality. And you just put it through this generator. So there's a couple of things to take note. There's this thing called depth to image, where you can add a sort of clip art basic image and tell the AI tool to add more depth to it. And you can see how crazy this is. Like, this is following the model, but it can output textural reskins that are of real high quality. And suddenly, like, say a toy manufacturer can make a basic model and say, you know what, I want an Iron Man skin, I want a Hulk skin, I want a Superman skin, and suddenly put in all the Marvel heroes, and boom, that's your design. Boom, give it to the toy maker makes it. That's super interesting, right? Efficiencies in the process that will create. Here's a really interesting one, pretty much similar to this as well. Basically, you can give it a shape, a basic shape. In this case, they've given it this, and it can output a bunch of faces that follows that shape line, right? Super interesting. This, I guess you can change certain things, the background, the face, put VR glasses on it. You can mess it around. You can mimify it a little bit based on a text input. Yeah, I just wanted to note this again, because these updates give you an indication, right? And I'm going to tell you what happens next. Go through this a bit later. I'll tell you why I'm keeping in touch with AI. AI is, like I said, I keep saying this in many of my streams, that it is going to create major efficiencies within industries. It's also going to give you an indication, if you're keeping up with the AI trends and what's going on, it's going to keep you informed of the momentum of the tech, right? NFTs didn't blow up when they were first created. It actually took about 2 to 3 years before people figured out what the heck NFTs are, in terms of mainstream. So, CryptoPunks 2017, we had Ethereum and a couple of NFT projects launched on that in 2015. We had Rare Pepe's before that. It took about 5 to 6 years till the space blew up. So it's going to take some time until there's an inflection point where suddenly everyone's going to know about it and everyone wants to use it, right? So stability.ai, or these tools getting sophisticated to enable certain functions, you start to realize, wait a second, if someone builds an application or a business out of this, that suddenly everyone knows about AI and AI becomes the next hot thing. What are the investment opportunities, right? And look at this case study. I'm going to go through this one case study with you guys. It's really interesting. So this is an article from domaininvesting.com. An article from domaininvesting.com saying NFT.ai from 3 figures to 6 figures in less than a year. Let me zoom into this so you guys can see it very clearly. All right, I hope this is nice and clear for you guys. Someone I trust shared a swathe, I don't know how to say that word, of private.ai domain name sales with me. Among them was the 6-figure sale of NFT.ai. This domain name sold for 6 figures. The sale price is impressive, but the ROI was even more notable. I was told that NFT.ai was acquired in an expiry auction for $100 in August 2020, and it was sold earlier this month for 105K USD. So within a year, this person bought it for $100 and sold it for 105,000 US dollars for a domain name flip, right? And we're seeing this trend that .ai domains are seeing a tremendous increase. So my alpha for this video for you guys is look into .ai domain names. Now, .ai domain names, the interesting thing is it's actually the CCTLD for a country called Anguilla. You know how you got .us, you got SPES, I think, for Spain, etc. Well, .ai is actually the extension for Anguilla, but now it's becoming used for .ai tools or just .ai industry. And again, it's one of those things like, all right, well, if there's a pivot in the industry, what assets or what areas around will start to see tremendous increase? So yeah, I thought this was super interesting. If you scroll down, it goes AI sales shared. So rich.ai sold for 15K in 2017. We have a couple of interesting ones. Graph.ai sold for $26,000 in 2017. Sit.ai, Spot.ai. Starting to feel like some of these are going to go for an enormous amount of money in 10 years when the world is run by AI tools on the internet. I don't know. Don't you think it's going to be crazy? I guess these are the records. I don't know how just your general AI domain names sell for. I'm sure a lot of these are taken. You'll be probably buying these from a secondary market. Bangladesh.ai, Signals.ai, Joy.ai sold for 8.8K USD. So NFT.ai coming in at 105K USD is pretty massive. It's actually the record for all of these domain names, right? Now, I don't flip domain names. I've never been a domain name trader. I am interested in flipping digital assets, and domain names are some of the very first digital real estate, you can call it, in the digital world. So they are in some ways your very early NFTs, right? But that's an interesting little thing here that in 1 year went from $100 to 105K. I mean, yes, it was bought in auction. Domain name flipping, I guess you seem to you want to buy a portfolio, and then I guess you wait for people to DM you over time once the industries start to shift about the interest in that. It's expensive to maintain a domain name. I think it's $100 per annum to keep it running. If you have a portfolio of 100, you have to outlay like 10K per annum to keep it going. So keep that in mind. But just putting this on your radar because it's always interesting to see. Now, I have it's 8:31 a.m. I did start late, so let's go for another 10 minutes. I want to cover a couple more things, and we'll chat to you guys for a little bit. Trademark roundup. Sir Mix-a-Lot, Lionsgate, and MasterCard file new Web3 trademark applications. More trademark applications being put in here for NFT related stuff, right? Rapper and music producer Sir Mix-a-Lot has filed a new Web3 trademark application indicating plans for multimedia files authenticated by NFTs. The trademark was filed on November 22nd with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and the media files refer to artwork, music, text, video recordings relating to the field of entertainment. Following its partnership, The Sandbox, in June to create a film-themed entertainment destination in the metaverse, Lionsgate has also filed a Web3 trademark application. It covers non-fungible tokens and other application tokens, digital tokens used with blockchain technology, downloadable digital characters, avatars, and skins, and downloadable virtual goods. Lionsgate trademark. So a couple more here coming in and filing trademarks for this sector. You guys probably would have noticed that yes, this is a bear market, but there's large brands filing trademarks. There's funds getting capital. There's businesses that are launching some products over a long period of building. Even though it's a bear market and there's no number noise out there where people are shouting, oh, it's sold for $1 billion, blah, blah, blah. There is still a lot of build momentum, which in time, the space will look massively different and will entice people to come back. In between these bullish markets, right? So for example, in 2017, we saw a crypto boom. In 2021, we saw another crypto/NFT boom. It's been about a year since then. It's quietened down a little bit. But in between 2017 and 2021, there was this whole new suite of tools or businesses or ideas or technologies that when people came back from 2017 and looked at the landscape on 2021, it looked completely different, right? So I think the same thing is going to happen where you're going to look at the NFT industry and it's going to look and feel entirely different. Until that happens, I don't think there's going to be an NFT bull run per se. There can't be, right? There's no reason for people to get involved in this unless it looks entirely different. So either there will be real movements about millions of people entering and enjoying the metaverse, or AI will start to drive much of these utilities, or some projects will mature to the point where they're actually bringing in consistent revenue with different business models. Whatever the case, there will be a complete shift in what the industry looks like in 2021 if we're going to have a different bull run, right? So another bull run. So keep in mind of that. I'm looking at the analytics, I'm looking at the crypto graphs, but I'm anticipating another year or two in just sideways activity, which I'm completely fine with. I mean, that could switch based on what's going on in the industry, but that's what I have currently in my books, right? It's just going to take some time till the industry looks very different, and intrinsically it warrants more interest and more business activity. This is an interesting little case study of Uni token. So if you guys remember, the Uniswap airdrop happened sometime in 2020, I believe. I don't know, I can't remember now. But everyone that ever used Uniswap, if you haven't used Uniswap, I don't know what to say. But basically, it's like if you have Ethereum and you want to trade it for Mana, you don't have to go to Binance. You can use Uniswap to do it, right? The people that use that decentralized exchange, they all got an airdrop of 400 Uni tokens, whether you used it once or you used it 100 times. If your wallet interacted with it, you got a drop of 400 Uni tokens. And suddenly that was like $1,000 to $4,000. Some people were like, whoa, some developers used, MetaMask and Uniswap like 100 times to test stuff, and they got an airdrop of like $500,000. But lessons for the industry, if you look at this article and you break it down, interesting parts of it is this here. So 400 uni tokens, everyone got 400 uni tokens. In time, 93% of the people don't hold uni tokens anymore. So they transferred their uni tokens from that wallet outward. That may have gone to an exchange, that may have sold. But some really interesting analytics here were still of the remaining 7%, the majority have sold at least some, and only 1% of wallets increased their uni position. Uniswap category post airdrop. I guess it gives you, so the number of wallets that dumped uni, 204,000 dumped uni, 4,500 hodled uni. So only 2% of that community over that year and a half or 2 years ended up hodling the token. We talk about community, right, in Web3. But the reality is people want to make profit. The large bulk of that community that are in there on day one, when they get that airdrop or go to that mint day, they want to turn a profit. They will happily sell and move on right after, right? That's why you see an enormous amount of activity from day one, day two, post mint. When you talk about community, you're not really serving a user base, you're serving an investor base. And I think that's a really important distinction to make, because a lot of these projects think that they're serving a user base, and you are in a way, but if you're not giving investor updates, if you're not sort of identifying them as investors first, then you're not going to be able to serve that user base, because yes, they're interested in how the products are and what they're doing, but they're also interested in, okay, if you release a product, how does that influence the price of what they have bought? And in most cases, they see that as an investment. So a very, very interesting article and deep insights here. Airdroppers as a percentage of total active traders on Uniswap. So the ratio has dropped tremendously of the people that got airdropped to those that are actively trading Uniswap. Number of airdrops actively trading. So looks like there's about 5,000 or so active traders that have got the airdrop. So that's not that bad. But anyway, interesting stuff for us to know. All right, guys, it's been about 30 minutes. Let me chat to you guys for a little bit. What's been going on? King Jesus is in the house. What is going on? Do I have Google Alerts set up? No, I don't. I'm going to set that up. NFT evening is good. Smash the like button. Yes, please smash the like button. I need to say that more frequently, right? I need to have a structure to this. Smash the like button, please, guys. So happy to be here with you guys. Says BT. Awesome. What is going on? AI is amazing, says XP. Absolutely. AI is one of those technologies that is going to change everything. It's going to change absolutely everything we're doing. Who's out there asking to put VR glasses on animals? True. I don't know, but it's a cool meme, right? If you have time, check your replies to the stream tweet. What's going on the stream tweet? Did I do something wrong? Should check it out. Check in on Mattyverse stuff. Here are your mechas in 3D. Yeah, we can go through some mechas. We can go through some mechas real quick. Let me just quickly read the chats. So Home Depot filed trademarks. Yeah, Home Depot has filed some trademarks. Suking has to go. What's going on? Take care. We'll catch you tomorrow. No worries. We will catch you again tomorrow. I feel like you're becoming enamored with AI. How long until you fund your own AI project? Lol. I don't know. I am getting super into AI. I think it's only natural, right? You start to see the solutions being built. Like NFTs, I never paid attention until I used it. I was like, wait a second. You could buy and sell a virtual land for thousands of dollars using NFT technology. You can buy and sell art. There's moments in my head that went nuts. I think the same thing's going on with AI. I don't think I'll ever start an AI company. If anything, I'll look for AI tooling or use AI in Medikey somewhere to make processes more efficient for the team, or maybe have an AI component that gives free tools for everyone that is in the Medikey community. Maybe we can have an NFT branch that just serves a branch there that builds AI tools or AI information or something, right, for the Medikey community. But I'm looking at that and seeing what's going on. Let me quickly pull up. We didn't get that many requests to pull up anything, so let me just really quickly pull up Mattyverse. So if you guys don't know Mattyverse was one of the most anticipated NFT drops in the space, but it was also one of the biggest big waves that suddenly on mint day went nuts, but then fell down to now 0.5 Ethereum. So Mattyverse seems to have come out and is releasing some 3D modeling work about how they're making a open world where you can take your mecha and use it to move around and say hello. It's good to see them continue building. A lot of people have left them ready to drive your mecha, so it looks like you can walk around as a mecha. Oh, you can change into a mecha. That's pretty cool. So Mattyverse seems to be continuing their development, and I think this is a really interesting and cool thing about these projects. You can watch them develop in real time, chat to people. Maybe we should do a partnership with Mecha and Nuganami, right? It'd be very cool to do that. They seem to be growing. It's good to see them continue to build, right? There was a lot of fun in the air about what they've done. Has a little video of what Mecha might look like. Super cool. Environmental artists, I mean, in terms of building out their environment, they seem to be very, very good. Everything I've seen has been aesthetically stunning. Mattyverse over here. So 0.42 Ethereum, you can see. Has that affected any of their trade volume? I think it has. Look at this. The number of sales, 81 sales on November 24th. So they used to be, say, 0.38 Ethereum, 0.38 to 0.25. Now they seem to be about 0.41 Ethereum. They seem to be getting quite a lot of interest, actually. So the development of Mecha seems to be getting a lot of interest because now they're outputting their products, right? I've always thought, is it a good time to just buy a bunch of mechas? Is Mattyverse going to make a return? What's going to happen? But yeah, good to see them continuously build, and I'll be watching this floor price to see what happens. All right, guys, it has been about 30 minutes. I'm going to end this stream here. Day number 17. Catch you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try and update these thumbnails so it looks a little bit better. I remember being so disappointed when I didn't win the Mattyverse mint raffle last year, says John. Yeah, it was. I don't think anyone won that. Have you given any further thoughts to rebranding as Mattyverse? Asked Veritas. I have not. One thing I might do is keep it DCL blogger, but I might say, okay, well, there's this products here, which is my live sessions on Twitter Spaces, maybe LinkedIn, my podcast, and my digital content will be Mattyverse products, right? So I might do that. So basically, like Mattyverse by DCL blogger. So I'm thinking I might do that. I'd love to see a partnership, says Demo. Time to average down, says Turkey. Thanks for the time. Have a great day. All right, everyone. PT says thank you. It's been awesome, guys. Let's catch you all tomorrow, same time, 8 a.m. Every morning, Monday to Friday. Matty streams, Mattyverse goes on. Let's see what we cover every morning. It's a very interesting thing to wake up to see what's been covered in the news. If you have any suggestions as to what to cover, just tag me. From now on, hashtag Mattyverse, right? So if you're doing anything, if you come across any new news, just do this, all right? This is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to add curation to stuff on Twitter and Matty. But if you make a tweet, say you come across an interesting article, say that interesting video or article is this, and you want Matty to cover it, just do this. Just go Mattyverse, right? Just go Mattyverse. Hashtag Mattyverse. And I think not many people use this hashtag, so I should be fine using it. Let's see. If I search Mattyverse, there's not much that goes on, right? Mattyverse. Who's a Matty? This guy's got the Mattyverse tag. There's a Web3 person. Oh man, jelly, super jelly. September 28th, September 24th, Feb 24th, 2013. Looks like no one's really using Mattyverse, so maybe use the Mattyverse tag, right? Maybe should we use Mattyverse tag or should we use the DCL blogger tag? Let's just use the Mattyverse tag for now, or maybe go Mattyverse. Yeah, just go Mattyverse, right? Hashtag Mattyverse under any news that you think I should cover. And every morning I'm going to search that hashtag. If there's anything interesting that looks like it can be covered, I will cover that. All right, guys, take care. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning.